In this lecture, we're learning about if statements, and if a certain amount of time has passed, we're going to print something to the console from our dropping object. So let's get going. A quick reminder of where we're at in our process here. We have already created a time.time timer, and next up we're creating an if statement. So we're saying do a thing if a certain amount of time has elapsed. That means we're going to talk about if statements. If statements are a conditional. Conditional is if a certain condition is met, then something happens. And if statements are an example of that. The way we write that is starting off with the keyword of if, and then open close parentheses. Within our parentheses, we're stating the thing that needs to evaluate to either true or false. For example, if I was to say in here, if 1 is greater than 0. And we know that 1 is greater than 0, so that would resolve as true. If it evaluates to true, then we do whatever is in the code block. We execute this code. If this thing, then do that thing. And you know me, I like to use silly real-world examples. So if you're in the mood for poning some noobs in a game, then play some Steam games. Why Steam games? Well, everyone knows that PC games are the best. Please don't flame me or hate me. So a little diagram here. Do we want to play? If that's true, if yes, we want to play as true, then play some Steam games. If it's false, then, I don't know, sit around on the couch or go to bed maybe, because that's a good thing to do. So now that we have that amazing example in our heads, we can jump back over into Unity, or more specifically, we can go into our dropper code, because this is where we're looking to do things. Within update, so we're in our dropper script update, our debug.log has served its purpose. We don't need that anymore. It proved to us that what we're doing is correct and accurate. What we now need to do is create an if statement where we're going to start by typing if, that's our keyword. Open our parentheses. Just a side note, you don't need to leave a space there, but I like to leave a space because it looks tidy for me. And then I'm going to type in time, which is what I just removed a moment ago from my debug. So we're getting that back again. And then I'm going to use the greater than symbol. And so if you're unfamiliar with greater than and less than, greater than is a symbol where it's saying the left-hand side is larger than the right-hand side. If we wanted to say less than, then we would have the opposite symbol where we're saying the left-hand side is less than the right-hand side. So if time.time is greater than what? For now, I'm just going to say 3. If it's greater than 3 seconds, and this is not great practice to do it this way, but we'll fix it up in a moment. If it's greater than 3, what do we want to do? Well, new line, curly braces, and within our curly braces, let's just debug.log something, debug.log, quotation marks, and I'm going to state, look out below, and then I need a semicolon at the end. Let's save, see if that works, back over in Unity. Bring up the console, click on play, wait for a moment, 1, 2, 3, and then blah, look out below, fantastic. And then you see it keeps printing it out over and over and over and over and over because it's in our update method and it's wanting to, it's, yes, time.time is greater than 3, so I'm going to keep logging this out, logging it out. That's fine for now. That's okay. So it's at this point I've got a challenge for you because I don't like that we've got this 3 just sitting there. It's a magic number that's baked into our code and that's super bad practice. We want this to be a variable so that we can easily change it and modify it. So your challenge is to use a variable for time to wait. Instead of hard coding 3 seconds, which we've done, use a variable for the time to wait. There's a hint in that there that can be easily changed in the inspector. Okay, pause the video, take on that challenge. I'll see you back here when you're done. Step 1 is I need to create this fancy variable we're going to be using. So up at the very top, I'm going to create a float time to wait. That was the hint. Time to wait is the name I'm using. You could have used a different name, that's fine, just so long as it makes sense to you. And I'm going to initialize that by using the equal sign, and we'll put in 2F and then semicolon. And I forgot something here. I need to add serialized field so that we can access that in our inspector. Now, instead of time.time is greater than 3, we changed this to be time.time is greater than our variable time to wait. What is time to wait? Well, it's going to look up there and say, oh, time to wait equals 2. And if we're crazy enough to change it in the inspector, then it will use that particular value. Let's save, just double, triple, quadruple check that this all works fine. And clear my console, click on play, 1, 2, Blump, look out below. Fantastic. And I could, if I so desired, find where we've got the dropping object and look for the time to wait, so I could change that. So I could have multiple of these objects and I could change the time to wait easily in the inspector for each of them, so they have different times that they're waiting. That's another one of the values of having this as a variable and having it serialized, is I could duplicate this, boop, and then change the time to wait on the second and third and fourth one. But that's for another lecture. We're done with this one, and good stuff. I'll see you in the next lecture.